Hi, my name is Dr. Rayshawn Ray, aiming to speak truth to power, and this is my daily thought. We are not just here to entertain you. We are here to educate you and re-socialize you about how to make an equitable America for all people. So, every time I think about these sort of issues, and the issue I'm talking about is Vice-President Elect Pence went to see the musical Hamilton, which is led to world acclaim, tons of awards, obviously about the murder of Alexander Hamilton, and it's a political play, and it was specifically cast with a more multiracial group of actors and actresses. So it was inherently about creating a brave space in the theater. And when I think about the theater, people talk about the theater as if it's a safe space. The theater isn't a safe space, it's a brave space. You have men and women who get up on stage, boys and girls who get up on stage, pour their heart out into something they've been working on for months and at times years to perform in front of people live. That is not a safe space. That is a brave space. And oftentimes they are trying to teach us something. They're not just trying to educate us. But for some reason, when people speak outside of that context, and obviously what I'm talking about is that the cast of Hamilton, after the play was over, Mike Pence was in the audience, and they read him very politely a statement about the importance of being inclusive. And oh my gosh, some people went to town. On Fox News, on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter. About a water cooler. People just went to town saying how disrespectful it was. Mike Pence was actually getting up to leave early because he understands that when you are a politician or a public figure, that people are going to probably hound you. That when you're vice president or even governor of a state or mayor of a city, you are never off. Your role is always on to people, and people will disrupt your life. If you don't want your life disrupted, then you probably shouldn't come out to a place like a play. But it was very polite. It was something that they stated in a way that they felt represented them. And instead, it was something that people flipped out about. And instead of flipping out about that, people should be paying attention to the fact that Sessions, who has been appointed to be Attorney General, said that he's unclear if grabbing a woman by the coochie should be considered harassment or assault. That's really what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that no one's upset that Donald Trump's wife is an immigrant and she is disrespecting America by saying that she doesn't want to stay in the White House with her son. And that Donald Trump is going to try to work a normal work day being president of the United States. Being president of the United States is a 24/7 job. And it's clear that that's not what it's going to be about. But more broadly, as it relates to this issue about entertainers speaking up, it always makes me think about the movie The Gladiator, where Russell Crowe yells out, "Are you not entertained?" And that's essentially what some people want. Some people just want to be entertained by entertainers or athletes. Or when you have a person like that one clown who agrees that racism doesn't exist, or doesn't want to acknowledge a movement like Black Lives Matter, a person being like Lil Wayne, that all of a sudden everything is okay. Oh, then they can speak. Or it's like hiring that one black person, who works for Breitbart, and people are like, oh, well, they're not racist. Or it's like being friends with that one Muslim person. These acts do not ameliorate your bigotry. They simply don't. And so for a lot of marginalized groups, some of the only time that we get the attention, eye and ear of more privileged groups deals within spaces where we are supposed to be entertaining you. Actors and actresses, athletes, comedians. So should these groups be asked and looked upon to speak for their group? No. But unfortunately, whether it be the cast of Hamilton, Colin Kaepernick, the actor from Kumar, I'm trying to think of what his name is, who went into politics. Whether it be these groups of people who understand that after they interact with people, that the role they've taken on as being an entertainer or an athlete takes on a much larger role, unfortunately, for marginalized groups. We don't have the ability to just entertain people. That is not what we are here for. But the only time that we really have your full attention is when we shucking and jiving and dancing a jig and smiling like coons or doing some crazy one-handed catch that defies gravity and human nature, thus continuing to reaffirm views of us that we're animals. But then when we use our voice and our mind, all of a sudden it's a problem. And see, professors aren't immune to this, because there was a study that just came out recently showing that that a lot of people expect for black professors to entertain them. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate, resocialize you, help you find, take back, and keep your righteous mind about the bigotry that you've learned in your household and in the neighborhoods you grew up in that have led to us continuing to be in this situation that we're in right now. That is what this is about. We are more than entertainers and athletes. We are mothers, sisters, fathers, brothers, intellectuals, educators. We are Americans. We are humans. And we demand that you respect us. And we demand humanity and our inalienable rights, just like anybody else. And so this is why I'm with Hamilton. I don't know why people talking about boycotting anyway. It's sold out through 2018. Man, get yourself together. Get a life. And pause on some of this foolishness and worry about the things that are ultimately really, really important, which is trying to make sure that people have the same rights as everybody else that they were promised from the beginning of when this nation was created. Even though, and this is part of making America great again, when the United States was founded, people who look like me did not have all these rights. And unfortunately for some people, making America great again means turning back the clock to when that was their reality. When they got privileges because of the color of their skin that they did not earn or work for. So as always, conversations matter like Black Lives and Books, and I hope this has sparked one.